Hey guys, Strength Coach Sean here. Today I want to talk to you about the two-hand swing. Okay, it's a kettlebell exercise, it's a ballistic. I have a lot of videos on this, and I want to explain to you why it may not be the best exercise for you, or at least not at this point in time. Okay, you always want to start slow and then build up fast, right? The swing is a ballistic exercise, so we need to start from scratch. We need to start with the hip hinge. That's the foundation of the swing. So you need to have a proper hip hinge. I also have videos on that too. Once the hip hinge is comfortable, you move on to a deadlift. You add load to it and you strengthen that pattern. Okay? When the deadlift is good, you can then move on to the swing. But I want to talk to you about some issues that most people have, not only in the lumbopelvic region, but today in particular I'm going to talk about the thoracic region, right around the scapula and the shoulders, that kind of thing. There's general dysfunction of that whole area, meaning the scapula don't slide smoothly across the ribs. You might not have a healthy range of motion in your shoulder joint itself. And to be honest with you, you need a stable position in the thoracic region of your body if you want to swing properly. Okay? If you don't have the ability to corkscrew those shoulders down and externally rotate the shoulders while depressing the scapula, sending tension to your hips, also trying to actively retract the shoulder blades at the same time, creating a lot of tension, sending tension down towards the hips. If you can't do that, you have no business swinging. It's irresponsible to say to somebody, swing a kettlebell if you can't do those things. Okay? Later on in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So, the general dysfunction of that area, if you find yourself curving over when you bend down and you have a hard time keeping your chest high, you probably need to work on this. Your rhomboids might be loose, weak, and inhibited because of postural issues. You might want to work on some shoulder circles daily. You might want to work on some overhead raises to really improve your shoulder range of motion. Also, simply walking with a better posture can help with that. Okay, stay tuned. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. Is we're going to start with the hip hinge. Feet are about shoulder width apart. Chest is high. Back is flat. We're going to shoot the hips back, shifting our weight backwards onto our heels. Now we're going to take the outside of the forearms and place them on the inside of the knees, that big meaty part by the knees. The first thing we're going to do three things here. The first thing we're going to do is try to retract the shoulder blades. We're going to try to pinch the shoulder blades together while keeping our arms locked. Okay? The action of the shoulder blades coming together is not going to actually happen because we're resisting that. We can't do it. Our legs are going to stop it. But we're going to try to. We're going to send energy into those muscles. Okay? We're going to activate that area. The second thing we're going to do is going to corkscrew those shoulders down. This is called externally rotating the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to start with here, try to retract the shoulders, corkscrew them down, and then the last thing we're going to do is try to abduct the shoulder. Again, none of these movements are actually going to happen because the legs are going to stop this. But we're trying to send tension to the rhomboids and middle traps to keep that chest high. Then we're going to corkscrew the shoulders down to really secure the shoulder in its joint itself, recruit those external rotator cuff muscles, and then we're going to try to abduct the shoulder to send more tension down the lats, in the back, and really secure that position, okay? So that should create a nice high chest, a flat back, and a very secure position for when you're about to swing. This is what it looks like. Hip hinge. Arms are locked, inside of the thighs, retract, corkscrew, abduct. We're going to hold for about 5 seconds, then relax, then try it again. This is excellent practice. Try it. Okay? Now the next thing you're going to do, you're going to grab a kettlebell and you're going to try to deadlift from that same position. Down. Grab a hold, okay, grab the kettlebell, retract, corkscrew, abduct, grab your kettlebell, up, solid like so. Once that becomes proficient and easy, we're going to practice the kettlebell swing without a kettlebell. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So, arms are straight. We get in our foot position. Crisscross, make a tight fist. We're going to resist the urge to send tension back. Okay? Both arms are going to try to pull themselves apart, and we're resisting by matching that force here. So we're retracting the scapula. We're corkscrewing down. Now we're trying to abduct. Lots of tension in my upper middle back. And now we're going to swing. It's going to be a very similar feel to practicing with a kettlebell. Not exact, but a similar feel. Notice, my arms are only coming about to the sternum level because it's all the force from the hips, and these shoulders have to stay down and packed. So it's the force from the hips that's raising the kettlebell. Once you're moving a free weight, it's probably going to move up a little bit there, and it's okay if the shoulders come up a little bit, but the idea is to keep them down and back, and to practice that by reinforcing that neuromuscular, those pathways to that area of the body. We need it, okay? So those are two great drills to practice before you get into the kettlebell swing. Try them out. Let me know what you think. StrengthCoachSean.com